the reasons we designed things the way we did was for the purpose of making sure this becomes a bit of an epicenter for the rest of the diocese. This isn't just the men that are going to be formed as priests, because one of the sort of hallmarks that we believe in terms of our seminary is that it takes a diocese, as it were, to form a priest. And now it's going to be the first time we can actually invite them to where we live. We used to call the rooms in which we lived cells, which is, you can think about a cell like in a honeycomb, in a hive. But that sense of being part of a larger body, but having a nido, as St. Philip Neri used to say, a little small nest, a place in which to go, to retreat, to be quiet with God. So it's a place to sleep, it's a place to study, and then everything else really is attempting to draw you out of your personal space, as it were. The rest of the building has a higher articulation. It's geared toward community life. It's geared toward a higher elevation in terms of the beauty of the common life versus the individual life. So the individual life is very simple. It's rather sturdy and Spartan, simple, and yet everything that we need. On each hall is a faculty room. So there's a priest living in each one of these sections. So this would be an example of one of the faculty rooms. So same thing, a simple room. And then priests have a private bathroom and a private place to sleep, whereas the guys have common bathrooms. These are all offices of different persons in the seminary. So sort of reception office, rector's office, spiritual director's office is down there. And if you look down that hallway with those beautiful Tudor arches, that will go all the way to the chapel eventually. So this is what's called a groin vault. So whenever you have two vaults intersecting in one place, that creates that beautiful design that's sort of classic for entryways. And then, as you can see, it comes out to a different arch. So this, again, the sense of layering. So you walk out here and you have the different arch, the pointed arch behind. So typically in Christian churches, monasteries, seminaries, etc., you have what's called a cloister walk. And it's for the purpose of being able to move and pray at the same time. A place of reflection, recollection, and to be able to, for example, pray the rosary, the Stations of the Cross, to continue your meditation that was taking place in chapel, to prepare for Holy Mass, and just to walk silently through. This is a secondary classroom and conference room. It's filled with all kinds of stuff right now, but you can see to some degree what it's going to be like. And typically our classes are pretty small, you know. Typically each class is 8 to 10 guys. So. But we also want to be able to invite the Abbey students over here for some of our classes. From this arch on is all kitchen. So we have lots of burners, as you might imagine, and ovens and an island and cleaning stations back there, big pantry, refrigerators, freezers, etc. And then from this stage on, all the way through that arch over there, is the refectory where people eat. So we'll have all kinds of tables all the way to the end of the wall there. So we'll be able to have everyone under one roof eating a family meal, as it were, and then be able to have enough space for guests. Deacon Mueller is our facilities manager, so he's on site nearly every day, checking things out, figuring out how the building's running and how the systems work, etc., making sure everyone is both safe as well as doing their job, getting it all done. This is the great room. And so this is a sort of a community room in which we can all be in one place at the same time. And as you can see, it's got some beautiful vaulted ceilings, and the oriel window right now is all covered up because they're painting, but imagine the view from there is quite stunning. It comes right down to the main road. We had some fun with the fireplace because there's a wonderful school down in Charleston called ACBA, and they're training students in the plastic arts in terms of carving, woodworking, stoneworking. We found some students that had to do their senior project, so it's just as the statue was done by Kevin, so two other students carved the surround, and it's really beautiful, beautiful Tudor limestone surround and return, and this is the chapel. That's pretty much it. So, because the residence is the same on the second floor. This is the Seminary lounge here. So this is their man cave. They got one of the best views in the house. You can kind of come here and see.